What's going on, guys? Welcome to E&D Gaming. I'm Dad.
And I'm Ethan.
It is Madden 24. Guys, it is franchise mode. Dad and son. We're doing a two-team franchise mode. Ethan's going to be controlling an AFC team. I'm going to be controlling an NFC team. Ethan, tell everybody who you're going to be in control of, man.
I'm going to be in control of the Indianapolis Colts.
And guys, I'm going to be taking control of the Atlanta Falcons. Let's hop into it. Let's see what these teams look like.
Alright, guys, the reason I'm picking the Indianapolis Colts is because I think Anthony Richardson's going to be a stud for the future. And I also think this division's just going to be up for grabs.
Love to hear it. Dude, let's take a look at this team. Guys, in this video, we're just going to be taking a look at both teams. Going to be setting our season goals and taking a look at the schedules. To start things off, before in our next video, we will be playing week number 1 of the regular season. But Ethan, let's take a look right now. As you said, face of the team, face of the future. What do you like about your QBs, man?
I like them. Of course, we have Gardner Minshew, which was a former Eagle. But I really think Anthony Richardson's going to lead us to the promised land, hopefully.
Love to hear that, dude. Your first round pick, took him nice and early, out of Florida. Let's see how he does for you this year. And taking a look at your running backs. Nice 3 depth here for the running back class. What do you like here, man?
I like Jonathan Taylor a lot. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to keep him because he is off a contract and hopefully he signs.
For sure.
And I also do see we have Evan Hall.
Yep.
That's a rookie out of Northwestern.
Heck yeah. He definitely great college career at Northwestern. I won't be surprised if he climbs up the depth chart. Possibly, who knows, taking over maybe number 1. Which brings me to my next question for you, dude. The drama going on with Jonathan Taylor, he requested a trade. You know, where do you stand? I mean, he's only 24, I believe, and 90 overall. So where do you go with that?
So, based on, the only thing it's based on, if he doesn't have a good season,
Fair.
He might get out of here. But I want it in the trade because I'm not just going to release him to teams without getting assets because he's good. But if he does do good, I'm going to keep him.
Very well said, dude. And again, the running back life anymore, you know, Jonathan Taylor might, you know, only be good for the next 2 to 3 years, to be fair.
Yeah.
And guys, this franchise mode is not just going to be a 1 season. It might be 2, 3, 4. We're going to see the goal of this franchise mode 100% is to see the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl against one another, winner take all, dad and son matchup. But looking at your receivers here, you got a 6-set receiver.
Yeah.
So what do you like? What do you not like here?
I like Pittman. He's young.
Mm-hmm.
He's... How old is he?
I believe he's 25.
Oh, okay. 25, I like it. Again, he is also up for a contract.
Sure.
So, same thing I said, Jonathan Taylor doesn't do good, might get out of here. But then I also do see at the 6th, we have Josh Downs, stud out of North Carolina.
Rookie.
Yeah.
I definitely could see him climbing up your depth chart.
Oh, yeah, he will.
For sure.
I'm probably going to put him at 4 or 3.
We'll put him at 4 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to move Washington up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now we have, I like our big 4. We have Pittman, McKenzie, Pierce, and Josh Downs.
Heck yeah, dude. And then your newest signing, you just signed him the other day in real life. Former Pittsburgh Steeler, you got James Washington too. So definitely don't sleep on him. He's a young guy as well. Mm-hmm. And definitely some speed down here with Dolan. So yeah, man. A little bit of a drop-off here after Pittman, but definitely could see Downs being a huge playmaker for you as well. Mm-hmm. Pierce coming into his 2nd year in the league, of course. Mm-hmm. And now we got your tight ends. What do you like here? I see that when we simulated, guys, we did simulate the preseason.
Yeah.
And it looks like they cut Mo Alley Cox.
Yeah.
So looking at your tight ends here, Jelani Woods, Will Mallory, and Andrew Ogletree. You got a 2nd year, a rookie, and a 2nd year. So it looks like truly this tight end position's up for grabs for anybody. What do you see here, man?
So I'm probably with my second round pick gonna go and get a tight end, or if there's a good tight end in free agency. For
sure. So definitely, would you like to get any of them going this year? Probably.
Jelani Woods, he's only coming out of his rookie year, so I want to see how he does. If he does good.
For sure, he definitely has some speed and agility. So definitely a see how his blocking is too here. Let's take a look.
That's my main.
Pass blocking, 62. Not great, not terrible. Pass blocking. So he's definitely going to be a receiving tight end, I believe.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at our line here for you, man. So Bernard Raymond. He's 74 left tackle. He's going to be protecting Richardson's blind side. He's in year number 2. Not bad.
I like him.
You like him?
Yeah, looking at his stats, I think I'm going to keep him.
For sure. Definitely keep him. You got a good line here. Definitely some things to work on, but a prominent key piece of your line as we take a look at your left guard, Quentin Nelson.
Arguably best lineman in the league.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's enough said there. And Ryan Kelly, a solid center from Bama. Definitely a veteran player now.
Yeah. He's gonna be good once he gets I know he's getting older.
For sure. I believe he's 29 or 30 now.
Yeah, once he gets 32.
Yeah. That's definitely something to plan for the future.
Yeah.
And as we see here, probably your weak point of the line. 4-year veteran now, Danny Pinter.
Yeah, and exactly just like I said, this is also up for grabs too, like tight end.
For sure. And that's the thing too. It looks like Will Fries out of Penn State is in his 3rd year now. And then Emil Jr., rookie out of Bama. He might he might be your starter in the next couple of years. Or possibly maybe this year if these guys don't produce. So you're definitely set here for the future, which is good there. And finally, to round off your line, Braden Smith.
He's good. He has 5-year experience.
Yeah, out of Auburn.
82, probably the best he's going to get so far.
For sure. And looks like they already drafted last year out of BYU, Blake Freeland. Dude, your line's not bad at all. Led by Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly. Braden Smith on the end too. So definitely a good line there for E. Guys, and we're going to take a look at his defense now, starting with the left end, Kwity Paye.
I like him. He's coming into his 3rd year.
Yep.
77. He's looking to progress for me.
For sure. 3rd year out of Michigan, Kwity Paye. And then on the other end of the ball, you are going to have Samson Ibukam.
Yeah, if I'm saying that correct.
Yeah. You got a lot of key players here on the line. Nobody that's going to be, your absolute, star player, but a lot of key players. Even bridge players here. And that's what you got. You got veteran experience. You got that. But then you come to your defensive tackles right on the line. Look at the top 2 you got, man.
Yeah, I'm keeping them. Not going to trade them.
For sure. DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart. Definitely, I believe they're both already, again, 29 or 30. So you got some veteran presence there. Definitely leading this defense for this Indianapolis team. And then you got some depth as well with Eric Johnson, a young player out of Missouri State. Let's take a look at your linebackers here. I know this is one of your weak points on the defense. Yeah. But it is led by Shaquille Leonard. What do you love about this?
I really like Shaquille Leonard. He is a captain.
He's the guy.
Yeah, he's versatile.
For sure. And, of course, you backing him up is Cameron McGrone out of Michigan, 65 overall. He's also has some speed, acceleration. So he's definitely been getting a lot of playing time for you.
EJ Speed as our middle linebacker. Yep. Only at a 69 though, so that's also up for grabs.
For sure. You definitely got some depth here at middle linebacker with Jojo Doman. And then Sengun Olubi. Not bad. EJ Speed, I believe he's still young as well. mid-20s. I believe he's 26. So not bad there. And then on the right end, you're going to have Zaire Franklin, 73 overall, mid-20s. He's captain on the team. Also backing him up is Grant Stoddard. And there's McGrone again.
Yeah.
So definitely, some spots that could be up for grabs there for you, but led by Zaire Franklin and especially Leonard. Mm-hmm. You have a nice linebacker crew.
Yeah.
And here is your cornerbacks, dude. On to the secondary here for this Colts team. What do you see here, man?
So, I like Kenny Moore.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably gonna stay here for a long time.
For sure.
Yeah. Then we have Julius Brents as a rookie. Already has a 2-string.
Yep. Second string, rookie out of Kansas State, Julius Brents. I'm excited to watch him play with him as well. I think he's going to have a good year and potentially be a face of that Indy team.
Yeah.
Tony Brown, Darius Rush, and Jalen Jones. So from what I see here, out of your 5 starting cornerbacks, you have 3 rookies between Julius Brents, Darius Rush, and Jalen Jones out of Texas A&M and then South Carolina too there. I know you like young teams. I know we're building for the future.
Yeah, I like them.
So what do you think of the secondary here?
I like it. I don't know why. I have a feeling I expect a lot from Jalen Jones.
From Jalen Jones? Do you think he could climb his way up the depth chart?
Yes.
Do you think there will possibly be some growing pains? Young guys, possibly some mistakes, blown coverage, some growing pains, yeah?
Yeah.
For sure. But definitely good for the future. Which leads us to Julian Blackman, your free safety.
Yeah.
Big fan of him, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to, step his game up.
Sure. You heard it here first.
Yeah. I know he has potential. I believe in him.
For sure. And then behind him, you got Rodney Thomas II out of Yale, second year. Says future starter. So, again, if Blackman isn't the guy in the next year or two, you already have somebody being groomed and right behind him.
Yeah, training camp.
For sure. And then our other safety for you, Ronnie Harrison Jr. out of Bama, entering his 6th year, and Nick Cross out of Maryland, entering his 2nd year. He's also tagged as future starter, too. So, you like that secondary there?
Yeah, I like it.
So that is your defense, dude. And lastly, you got your kicker, Matt Gay, 80 overall. He's somebody I think you could trust. You'll have him for a while too. Yeah. He's only in his 5th year. And finally, Mr. Sanchez out of Hawaii. So as your punter. So we're gonna set up here your returners. As for your kick return, what are you thinking?
I think based on what I see already,
sure,
Ashton Dunn's the fastest.
Okay.
And that
nice acceleration.
Yeah, and Rush. So I think I'm gonna keep him.
Okay.
And then of course Josh Downs as my second, because he does have good acceleration, agility, and speed.
Sure. So you're gonna be Ashton Dolan, gonna be getting the starting job as kick returner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and your punt returner. So you're gonna be doing that as well.
I want Josh Downs to be number 1, and you see Rush.
Yep.
Put him at my 2.
Okay. And then we're going to be getting Downs and Rush as the punt returners. And guys, that is going to be the team for the Colts. But before we head over to Atlanta, we are going to take a look at your schedule.
Yeah.
You are in the AFC South with the Jags, the Texans, and the Titans. As you said, a division that's up for grabs. Really, anybody's division. What do you like here? Some dates that stand out, some matchups that stand out in this schedule.
I like it. I see that we have hard games and then some easy games.
For sure.
Yeah.
So just taking a look at it, your bye weeks, middle of the year, week 11, that's not bad at all. There's our matchup, week 16. Guys, mark it down. Set your bell notifications on. Week 16, Indianapolis comes to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So just taking a look at this, man, some games that stand out to me. Of course, you're going to have divisional matchups. Going to Baltimore is going to be a tough game. I'm excited to watch that one. Of course, you have the Rams, who's in a little bit of a spot, but of course going to be dealing Cooper Kupp with those young cornerbacks. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that matchup. The Cleveland Browns, don't sleep on them. Of course, the Saints, that'll be cool, too, to watch that matchup. Not divisional, former Super Bowl matchup there.
Yeah.
With Derek Carr there and Michael Thomas. Of course, the Panthers, Bryce Young. We're going to be taking a trip to there to battle him. And speaking of young rookies, with that one, you have Anthony Richardson and Bryce Young. It is going to be Anthony Richardson and C.J. Stroud twice a year.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that one, guys. And then the other games that catch my attention is the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. Potentially a future AFC conference matchup. Definitely a playoff matchup, and that's going to be a great one as well. So, E, you took a look at the schedule. You saw your team. You definitely, I think we can say you're in a rebuild stage, for sure. You're not ready to win now, but, if you make the playoffs, that's great. We're trying to win games. But that will bring us to you setting your season goal. Now, there's definitely some, double-edged sword here. Based on what you put. You're going to have your conservative, your moderate, and your aggressive. With the chance to possibly be fired, you're going to get a lot of rewards for if you at least get it right. So, based on this team you looked at, based on this schedule, where are you in terms of your season goal?
7 wins.
7 wins?
Yeah.
So, that's a moderate goal. You're not ready for a playoff spot yet. I think 7 wins is fair. So, 7 wins? All right, guys. There it is. Indianapolis Colts. He's making his goal of at least 7 wins this year. And, guys, his week number 1 matchup is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars coming into Indy for a divisional matchup. Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson. Stay tuned for that one in the next video. But, guys, we are going to head over. We're going to check out the Atlanta team. Stay tuned. And guys, this is going to be the Atlanta Falcons team. As you see, week number 1, we are home against the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young is coming to Atlanta for his rookie debut. But guys, let's take a look at this Atlanta team. I'm excited. He's excited. We're kicking things off. Desmond Ridder, our solidified face of this team, our day 1 starter. He is going to be the starter for this team. Desmond Ridder, his is year 2 out of Cincinnati. He did play the final 4 games of last season. Didn't do too bad, but he is going to be our starter here. And as you see, Taylor Heineke going to be backing him up. He was in at Washington prior, and then in Logan Woodside as well as our 3rd string. We're going to see how Desmond does. We're going to be riding with Desmond this year at least. We're going to have some highs. We're probably going to have some lows. Understandable. But we're going to ride with him till then. And we're going to head over to the running back position. And guys, this is what I am most excited for. One of the reasons I even picked this team. Bijan Robinson. Guys, he's going to be the day 1 starter. He's going to be the running back for this Atlanta team. We do have some depth. I'm happy about it. But Bijan's going to be leading the way. Guys, and as you see here, backing him up, Cordero Patterson. Right now in his career, I believe he's 32, 34, I believe, around there. He's been in the league for a while. A lot of years spent with Minnesota and a beloved player for Atlanta and the city of Atlanta. But he's going to be backing him up. And also Tyler Algier. Guys, he ran for over 1,000 yards last season. From BYU. Honestly, I might put him at my number 2. Cordero Patterson, he is productive for us. I'm not going to take that away from him. But you will be seeing all 3 guys getting playing time, getting some carries. But Bijan's definitely going to be the main back on this team. And guys, our wide receiver set. Now, this is a big question mark here. Now, Drake London, yes, he is our number 1. I'm not going to take that away from him. Especially, I would love to see a Ridder-London connection. Have that be a nice 1-2. So he is our number 1. After that, I definitely believe there's a big drop-off. And by that, number 2, you got Mac Hollins. As you see there, bridge player, possibly trade target. He is going to be our number 2 to start the year. 74 overall. He has the speed. He has the acceleration. So unless he has a great year for us, but I don't see him being a top guy for us, especially for the future, especially in the next couple of years. So we're going to see how he does after that. First year with the Atlanta Falcons, Scotty Miller. Spent the past few years in Tampa Bay. He's a great returner for us. He has the speed. So Scotty will definitely be a nice slot receiver for us. Kadarrell Hodge, I believe, let me take a look here. I believe, I can't look at his player card right now. I believe this is his first year with us as well. And then after that, you got Penny Hart. So there's just going to be a lot of role players, bridge players. Nobody that's going to really be someone that's going to step up. Unless someone does and they could climb their way up the depth chart. You know, there's no real rookies here. There's no young guys. And that's the biggest thing for me. And see, even at the number 6, you know, you got Jonnu Smith, and he's listed as a tight end. So, which will take us to the tight end and potentially will be the biggest thing in terms of needing help at receiver. If this guy could step up, Kyle Pitts, entering his 3rd year in the league. And if anybody knows or watched his career, had a great career at Florida, a solid, great rookie season. Dude fell off. Dude fell off hard. And I need him to step up to help out Ritter. I need him to step up, be possibly our number 2 guy, if not number 1, with Drake London. As we see here, Kyle Pitts and, again, Jonnu Smith, who was spent his career with the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. And then you got John Fitzpatrick. A nice tight end out of Georgia. He's young. He's entering his 2nd year. I would love to see him get some playing time as well because, you know, Jonnu Smith, he's a great, veteran for sure. He's going to be a bridge player. But again, guys, we're playing this for a few seasons. This is not just a one-year, one-off franchise. So stay tuned for the future of this franchise, guys, Ethan and Dad. And then that's our tight ends. I'm excited for Kyle Pitts, though. I need him to step up. That's the biggest thing. And now we're going to look at our line. Who, guys, I'm excited for this line. And if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan, I believe you're excited for it too. All led by our left tackle, Jake Matthews. Guy's a veteran. He's a hard-hitting a left tackle here, team captain, 82 overall. I'm pumped to see at least how the rest of his career goes. You know, I don't know how many more years he has, but definitely happy to have him blocking Ritter's backside or blindside. And then we got a rookie, Matthew Bergen, out of Syracuse. Left tackle, right next to Jake Matthews. And that's something I'm excited for the future of this team. You know, you're going to have Matt Hennessy backing him up, and there you have Justin Schaefer as well. Also a guard out of Georgia. So a lot of youth here. And that's exactly what I'm excited for, to build them up here. You got a 6'5", 323 left guard, so I'm pumped for that. In our center, you got Drew Dalman. You know, not going to say he's the weak link of this line, just based on what we saw already. You know, but year number 3 out of Stanford, he's going to be our center, at least for the foreseeable future. And our right guard, guys, Chris Lindstrom. You know, you see right there, he sees what you get. You know, he's going to be a hard-hitting, great blocking, great awareness type of guard. Like, he's 86 pass blocking, an 89 block power, finesse, run blocking, 95. Guys, this Atlanta Falcons line is just a great, especially run blocking type of line. And I think a lot of that is because of Chris Lindstrom out of Boston College. And that will all be rounded out by our right tackle, Caleb McGarry, 78 overall, 5th year out of Washington. So, again, another nice veteran presence. And then behind him is Joshua Miles. He's entering his 5th year out of Morgan State. Not too great overall there. But, guys, that is the offense for this team. So, some key takeaways. Ritter is going to be our day 1 starter. Bijan, rookie out of Texas. Pumped to see how this team looks on the running, especially with Algier, Patterson, and Bijan. You know, Pitts needs to step it up 100%. We need him to have a breakout year. I would love to see him over 1,000, maybe 1,200 yards. And then after Drake London, there's a big question mark. So stay tuned for that in the upcoming seasons and how the rest of this year goes. So now we're going to head over to this defense. starting on the line. On one side, you got Grady Jarrett, and on the other side, guys, you got Calais Campbell. 2 key veteran players on this line. Grady Jarrett, veteran out of Clemson. And then you got Calais Campbell, who's been tossed around a couple different teams, most notably, I believe, with Baltimore. But it'll be his first year here. I'm pumped for that offseason signing. And then you got Carlos Davis and Albert Huggins. You know, also more veteran presence. There's not much youth on this, so in the upcoming drafts, I would like to draft for the future, specifically. But, guys, this front line, it's going to be tough to get by. You got a lot of veterans. You got a lot of pressure. And then we'll take that to the next, our linebackers. Here we got Arnold Abakidi and then Bud Dupree. I might be putting Bud Dupree at the 1, unless he's listed as the right linebacker. Bud Dupree, though, he's another first year for this team on this Atlanta Falcons team. So I'm happy about Bud Dupree. And who am I pumped about, guys? Caden Ellis. First year, got him from a division rival, New Orleans Saints. Caden Ellis. His dad was in the league. His brothers are in the league. I believe his brother's with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
So, Caden Ellis, though, guys, expect to have a great year from him. And then you got Troy Anderson, too, entering his second year. So I do like to see the youth of this middle this linebacker depth here, especially with Nate Landman and Tay Davis. And then on the right side, there he is, Lorenzo Carter out of Georgia, and Zach Harrison, our rookie out of Ohio State. So especially waiting to see a lot of him. Stay tuned for that, guys. And I am going to go over, I am going to put Bud Dupree at the 1. And if there's any Atlanta Falcons fans watching this, comment down below. Let me know what you think are some moves I should make. You know, because, and also with the Colts, if anybody's watching this, and you want to just toss some recommendations or you want to see some certain players, we are going to try to keep this franchise realistic as we can. But always good to hear input from fans. And guys, as for my secondary, it is going to be the newest member of this Atlanta team, A.J. Terrell Jr. Also, Mike Hughes, Jeff Okudah, Trey Flowers, and Clark Phillips. Guys, this cornerback team, right, this group, all these players are either their first year with the Falcons or it's their first year in the league. You got Jeff Okudah on a trade from the Lions. You brought in A.J. Terrell. You know, Trey Flowers coming over. Clark Phillips, rookie from Utah. Guys, Ethan has a young cornerback team on Indy. I have a, young but a new face team, new face look on this Atlanta defense with A.J. Terrell leading the cornerback group. So I'm excited for that as well. And also a new face on the team, Jesse Bates, coming over from Cincinnati. Love that signing. Love that move. I'm excited for this team, guys. And Richie Grant will be our strong safety over the top there with Jalen Hawkins backing him up from California. And of course, as you know, Young Ho Koo kicking for the Atlanta Falcons and Bradley Pinnon, our punter. And that will be our kick returner. We are going to have Cordero Patterson kick returning for us. And you want to know what, guys? I am going to put Scotty Miller as the punt returner for this team. Let's take a look now at the schedule for the Falcons. We'll set our season goals, and then we're going to end this video. Here is what the Falcons are going to be facing this year. I'm excited for it. There's going to be some good matchups here. As you see, week number 1, Bryce Young's coming into town. And then the new face of the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love's coming into town. And guys, if you've been following this channel for a little bit, you know I am a Green Bay fan. Cheesehead till I die. Ethan, he's a part of the Bird gang, but not that Bird. He is a Eagle fan. Fly Eagles fly for him. But we wanted to make a point that we'll have two not our favorite teams doing this franchise mode, which is why we picked the Colts and the Falcons. And then we're going to take a nice 2-game road trip to Detroit and Jacksonville. We'll see the other star rookie, C.J. Stroud.
Can you do me a favor?
What's up, Al?
And beat the Washington Commanders.
Sure. So we'll take another road trip here to Tampa and Tennessee. Nice matchup there against JJ and when he comes into town with the Vikings. Our bye week, we have the bye week on the same week number 11, so that'll be nice. We have the same bye week there. And, of course, you're going to have the divisional matchups there with the Saints. You know, we have to see Bryce Young twice a year. And then, of course, you know, we are going to have the Panthers, the Saints, and the Bucks, of course, which now, no Tom Brady, but still a good team. Don't sleep on that, guys. And there's our matchup, dude. Week number 16, Colts, Falcons. And that's a matchup I'm actually going to be excited to see. I'm excited to play that Bears team. See how Justin Fields does this year. But guys, I'm going to be setting my season goal. If Ritter could be the guy that they drafted him to be, that the guy he was at Cincinnati. If Bijan, Algier, and Patterson could produce the way they do behind that line, Drake London could be the guy. Kyle Pitts could come back to who he is, and that defense could step up, and this defense could potentially lead them. Guys, I think in a division that is up for grabs, Brady's out of the division, guys. We have a young rookie, Bryce Young. He's good. I'm going to give him that. But he's not that team. I don't think it's it. Not yet. And then the Saints, I think the Saints will be our other toughest opponent in this division. But guys, make the playoffs is our goal for this season. Ethan's in a little bit of a rebuild. We're in the middle of a rebuild, but also we're ready to knock on the door. Ready to knock on the door and potentially bust the door down. Guys, if you are not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. This is a father-son gaming channel. Madden 24, two-team franchise, Indianapolis Colts, Atlanta Falcons. Are you pumped for this series, dude?
Yeah, I really am.
Me too, buddy.
This is probably one of my most favorites one that's going to be.
Me too. Guys, hit the subscribe button if you're not already. Hit this thumbs up button so we know if you want to see more content, especially this franchise. Check out any playlists we already have. Baseball, wrestling, Madden. Check it all out. Guys, this is Indie Gaming. Ethan, take us away, buddy.
Peace out from your favorite father and son gaming channel, E&D Gaming.